Comcast Cablevision Channel 43 presents the Gloucester County Area Boys All-Star Basketball Classic. Hello again, everyone. Rob Christ along with my partner Shawn Leary here at Clearview High School, the Gloucester County Area Basketball Classic. Some of the top senior talent here in Gloucester County. Always a pleasure to bring you these all-star games, and Shawn, it should be a good one. We talk about both of these teams, and first of all, for a player coming out of Kingsway, Dan Shute, a three-sport star. He's done a nice job, and this is a great way to end his basketball career.
Well, he's got a great foot. We're going to see if he has great hands here tonight playing against these area all-stars. He's a guy who's awesome in soccer. This guy really can light it up. He's a great player on that field, but now he comes inside and has a terrific season for the Dragons. A guy who can shoot the basketball, got a good pass, real good court awareness. He can makes really good decisions. It's going to be interesting to see him play with a bunch of all-stars tonight. He can make some terrific passes, and that's what we expect him to do. And don't leave him open, because he can definitely hit the outside shot.
For the Blues squad, Jeff Painter was a player that came out of nowhere for Deptford this season. Had a great year for a Deptford team that enjoyed a fine season. Deptford, of course, lost the Tri-County Championship game to Shute, and Jeff Painter was a big part of that.
Well, this guy really, I don't think he's really been able to use all the tools that he has yet. He's 6'3", played for Billy Hoskins this year. He can handle the basketball, post up on the inside, and he was a major player for the Spartans this year. He did go down with a broken ankle, missed 11 games, which was very terrible for Deptford. They really had a lot of hopes and expectations. Nonetheless, you're going to see Jeff Painter, what he can do today, playing again with all these area all-stars, makes you pick up your game a little bit, because you have to do it. It's showtime here at Clearview. People are pumped up for this game.
No question. Showtime, little shake and bake. We'll see what they can do. It'll be high-flying and high-scoring. We'll have it for you right after this. Welcome back to Clearview High School. Rob Christ along with Shawn Leary, excited to bring you this Gloucester County Area Boys All-Star Basketball Classic for the year 2002-2003. Ready to tip off here, and we are underway. The red team, listed as the American Division. They are made up of players from Kingsway, Gloucester, Delsea, Clearview, West Deptford, Shute, Clayton, Overbrook, and Wildwood. Shot misses up top, and the red team on top 2-0 here. Now again, it's the Gloucester County area, so you do see that there are some teams outside of our county. From the National Division, the boys are made up of Washington Township, Gateway, Williamstown, Paulsboro, Deptford, Cumberland, Pittman, and Glassboro. Of course, Shawn, we talked a little bit before with Mike Ricci prior to the game, and the Paulsboro players won't be here because they have something a little bit bigger tomorrow night.
Yeah, they're going for the state championship in Group 1. We'll be playing Bloomfield Tech Sunday night, so they're unable to play tonight, and it's a shame because you've been able to see a couple more high flyers in this game, but nonetheless, there's a couple kids missing. Justin Shipley out with the injured shoulder, won't be participating. Another guy who can rise above the rim, but there are some players out on this court, and we'll be talking about them throughout the night.
Turnover here as the blue team's Jeff Painter, who we talked about in the open, tried to push things. Painter, great size out there, tremendous command, and we'll see where he heads collegiately. There's some talk of him perhaps going locally to Rowan.
Yeah, possibly. Rowan's really recruiting some Gloucester County kids and recruiting a couple players in this game. The guy right now who has the ball, John Green from Wildwood, one of the better players in South Jersey playing in this game, and Rowan's taking a good look at him along with Painter. George Davis from Paulsboro is another guy they're looking at.
Painter defending inside. You mentioned that Paulsboro kids won't be here along with Gateway. All of those from the blue division, so the blue division somewhat depleted, and they look as though they have restocked their roster. Mike Quinonez, the point guard from Deptford. We talked about this being an all-star game, Shawn. A lot of times things kind of get away from the players because they have a tendency to try to showboat it a little bit.
That's all right. We don't mind seeing a couple of plays that'll make us get a little excited here. This is an all-star game. Let them have a little bit of fun and play. I didn't want them to play too much defense.
Outside shot misses everything. And that's from Dan Shute, who we talked about at the top.
Well, he might have been at a better chance to kick that one in because it was way off the mark.
Schulte was involved in the three-point contest prior to the start of this game, so maybe he's a little arm weary here. Did not make it to the final round. We'll have that for you at halftime along with our friend Mike Shute.
Schulte, more times than not, he's going to stick an open look like that.
Work inside, knocked away by the blue team's Phil Foster from Gateway.
You can never mistake Phil on the court. He's got those wacky socks.
Tipped up, nothing doing. Rebound, and now the red team, the American division's Gus Rivera from West Deptford pushing the ball down. They'll look inside and kick it back out to Schulte. Long outside shot, tipped up and in by the American division's Matt Colquitt out of Kingsway.
Well, that connection's working good. You get Eric Bailey to shoot the outside three. He misses it, and Colquitt tips it in. That's the second time that's happened today. And you see Colquitt rising above, getting the tip in now, giving his team a 4-point lead.
Red team quickly out here. Defended is Jeff Mellish out of Williamstown, and now the red team again will pull up long three-point shot, nothing but net from Gus Rivera.
Yeah, Gus Rivera's been a good-looking West Deptford product. Guy who can shoot, and he also can finish on a break. A good guy to give the ball if he's on the break, because he's going to finish extremely well. He can either dunk or go up with a nice little layup.
Gus Rivera won the three-point shooting contest for the red team, and he will go on at halftime and see if he can capture the crown. To the free throw line is big Jeff Painter, 6'3", but he's got a well-built frame, and he can be a force inside when he goes on to the next level.
That's a tough situation for him to come. He's a transfer from out of Virginia coming in his senior season. Coming out of his senior season, there you get a good look at T. Holmes, T2 from Gloucester. Clarence Holmes, who went down to Florida, in attendance tonight. But Jeff Painter, he comes up here out of Virginia, the transfer. And you know, Rob, it's got to be hard to come up as a senior and be a player like him, a guy who should be an impact player, because your teammates have to accept you first. There you see him with a nice three-point shot. But your teammates have to accept you, and that takes a little bit of time for your teammates to trust in you and what you're going to do for the team and to gel and have that chemistry.
Well, Painter, with all of the blue team's points thus far, long three-point shot, rebounded, and now Painter will bring up the basketball. Painter looking to penetrate. Kicks it over to Foster. Ball is lost, and the red team is on a jailbreak. Pulling things up is the red squad. American division's Eric Bailey with the basketball. Pulls up, shoots, and that won't go. Bailey, the quarterback, and all conference quarterback out of Shallock. Shallock had a fine season this year. Of course, they boast leading scorer Paul Gauze, just a sophomore. Foul inside, and Mike Lind out of Deptford, transferred to Deptford from Eastern High School. He will head to the line.
His second, team second.
Yeah, Mike Lind, he's kind of a defensive specialist for the Spartans this year. Not a guy who's going to score a whole lot of points for you, but a good guard. You match him up with a lot of players, and 6'4" can create a matchup problem for you. Deptford losing in the semifinals of Group 3 to Willingboro. Ran into a tough team there, and Willingboro was able to knock them off in a relatively close game.
Willingboro, of course, went on and lost in double overtime to Camden, which was billed afterwards as one of the top games in South Jersey history. Willingboro losing to Camden. They seemingly had the game tucked away, but some of their players just down the stretch unable to convert on free throws. Mike Lind hits 1 of 2. And it's a 7-5 game now.
The game that was played right here in this gym with Paulsboro and Shallock had to go down as one of the better games also. That game was just outstanding. Both teams just firing on all cylinders. Heavily anticipated Paul Gauze-Russell Carter matchup lived up to its billing.
And scoreboard is corrected. It is 7-6 because that Painter shot was a 3-point field goal.
Don't forget to sign up for Rebel and lobby teams.
So timeout on the floor here.
Eligible for those great prizes at the end of the third quarter.
And why don't we throw it over to Mike Shute with a special guest.
12 to 14 years old.
Here with Jack D'Angelo. Jack is the public information officer for tobacco awareness. And Jack, tell us a little bit about some of the programs you guys are involved in, particularly the TASE program.
Sure, we're actually doing the, it's called the TASE program. It's the Tobacco Away to Sale program, which is state-run. I actually run it for the Gloucester County. TASE program is, we get a minor. It's all volunteer program. Usually get them from the Boy Scouts or high school programs that are run, or the Rebel program. And we get high school students to go into convenience stores, one-stop shoppies, Wawas, anything of those natures, including bars and whatnot. They go in there. We actually try to have them purchase any kind of tobacco product, whether it's cigarettes or pipe tobacco, rolling papers, anything of that nature. We have them go in, try to purchase it. Then I'll go in and follow up with them. Either they did pass, if they didn't pass. If they didn't pass, we actually take them to court. I actually act as a citizen, go in, make a citizen complaint, and I go in and inform it with the judge. First time complaint is a $250 fine. The second time it's a $500 fine. Third offense is a $1,000 fine. And the fourth time they get, we try to go for a suspension of license.
So this organization basically is a watchdog for stores, shops that are selling tobacco to minors. Basically, shouldn't be doing such a thing. Jack, tell us a little bit about. I know you guys also are involved with some health education programs for high school kids, young kids, senior citizens as well.
Right, we do have some reps that work for the health department. They go in and actually speak with the school and get them some awareness. I do a lot of health fairs or something of this nature with some tables and getting some literature out there with them. We also do a hotline number with the Southwest Council. They actually hold our hotline number, which is 1-800-856-9609, extension 35. And you can call up there anytime, register a complaint, whether there's smoking in a smoke-free restaurant that is classified by the Gloucester County, or if someone you witness a realtor selling to a minor, can actually call up and let me know the realtor, and I'll go in there and actually perform a TASE complaint, and we'll try to run it and catch them with that.
So Jack D'Angelo kind of handles a lot of different things that to help enforce tobacco awareness in the Gloucester County area. Back to you guys, courtside.
Thank you, Mike. Back to action here. We have ourselves a ball game, 9-7. And Troutman inside look, finds his teammate. That is Dan Lees from Pittman for the deuce. Red team now pulling up for a long three-point shot launched off the glass, and now the blue team on the jailbreak, unable to convert. Quickly again, things getting a little sloppy.
How about that? Little Chris Troutman, 5'6" out of Washington Township. Bounces the ball off the back of Brian Wazalewski. On the break, a little bit of showtime now.
Well, we said that that'd be something we would look to here. Red team unable to convert. Again, the red team is the American division, and now the blue division with the basketball. Here's Troutman out of Washington Township, out on the wing, finds his teammate. That is Maurice Robinson. Robinson unable to convert. Rebound here for the American. Out to the wing, and now they'll set things up top with Isaiah Moody out of Clayton. Looking to penetrate is Jeff Campbell. Campbell high off the glass. Rebound, blue squad. Out on the break, it's Maurice Robinson. Robinson, pull-up jumper, good.
Robinson with a little shake and bake and then sticks the jumper. 2:45 left here in the first quarter.
11-9 the score. And now the red team will answer right back. And that is Isaiah Moody. So we're tied at 11. Troutman so quick out there. Now some penetration inside. Things open up easily. Laid in by Dave Darby. Blue team on top by a bucket. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first quarter. And we have a foul. And heading to the line here will be Shawn McQuaid. McQuaid out of Clearview with 6'2" forward.
Clearview had a pretty decent year before they got knocked out of the playoffs by Kingsway. And they had beaten the Dragons 2 times earlier during the regular season, matched up with them during the playoffs. Lost on the road.
That's always something when you're, of course, you face your arch rival twice during the course of the season, and then you top things off when all the marbles were all the marbles, and to play your arch rival 3 times in 1 year, that's a good way to go out for your senior season. Of course, I'm sure McQuaid would like to have the end result changed of that 3rd game.
But they would. Yeah, it's tough to get the first 2 wins during the regular season, losing the playoffs. It's tough to swallow.
It's difficult to beat any team 2 times, let alone 3. Troutman for 3.
A team of that caliber too. Kingsway and Cleary, pretty equal teams, and having similar type seasons. So you beat them twice. It's really hard to get that 3rd win against them.
Group 3 very difficult this year, again with the likes of Willingboro and Camden. Here's Troutman, so quick, lays it up, rebounded. Somebody's hanging on the rim there, no call, and Troutman will pull it back out. Pull up, 3-pointer, no good. Tipped up, knocked out of bounds, and it will be Blue basketball. The National Division and the American Division tied at 13 here in the Gloucester County area All-Star Basketball Classic.
Trout season doesn't open for another month or so, but this little Troutman's really putting on a show here.
You've been waiting for that one, right?
Seriously, I've been setting that. I was going to, the whole fishing thing, I was going to surround it, but I couldn't wait.
You'd throw that out.
I couldn't wait.
You thought I'd fall hook, line, and sinker.
I was hoping. I get it, hook, line, and sinker. That. Eventually, if you just keep talking about it, it'll be funny. That's my motto. If something doesn't work well, eventually somebody will make it. There you go.
Hopefully they're listening. The hearing aid is working. All right, back to action here. The red squad looking to force it inside. Turnaround shot rejected. And now from 18 feet, rebound here by the blue team. That's Jared Barringer. Again, Troutman, I tell you what, that little guy isn't afraid to launch.
No, he wasn't. And it's a bad play because he had Maurice Robinson.
Laid up and in by the red team's Jeff Campbell out of Overbrook. A little bit of showtime once again here.
Trying to get it inside to Jared Barringer from Williamstown.
3-point shot does not fall as we end the first quarter. And it's been an exciting first quarter as we head to break. It is the Red Squad on top, 18-15. Just underway, starting the second quarter, quickly launching a long 3-point shot is Gus Rivera. And here is the blue team now. Again, it's just become a 3-point shooting contest and neither team's winning. Stolen away, laid up and fouled is the National Division's number 35. And Maurice Robinson.
Fouls on John Green is first.
Actually, that's not Maurice Robinson because we don't have a 35.
Marquis Robinson shooting.
That is Marquis Robinson, Maurice's
teammate over at Gloucester High
Yes,
School.
I know they're related. I just am uncertain of the relation. I believe it's his cousin.
They're just close.
The number.
Yeah, the numbers on the jersey.
And then gene pool.
I got your back.
I appreciate it. I'm counting on you, Shawn. 18-17 now. in traffic. Red team owning the boards and coming away with it, and fouled inside is the Red Squad's number 31, Josh Toth, out of Clayton.
He's a guy that did a nice job for Clayton this year. Clayton really struggled with numbers. They don't have a whole lot of guys that can mix and match. And Coach Cooper Schmidt out there, he really didn't have the ability to work with anything. You got to send 5 or 6 guys out, and they get tired towards the end of the game. For a brief stint, the team could play. They got the 2 Artist brothers, Dominic and Charles. But then after that, and you got Josh and Isaiah Moody, and you run out of bodies. One of these years, though, Clayton's going to break out. They do have some good athletes, but sometimes they move on. And Mike Rucci's one of the names that comes immediately to mind. The guy who played baseball for Gloucester Catholic, who's now playing at Rowan, having a nice early start to his season. Had a great career for the Rams. He's a guy from Clayton.
Of course, Clayton has really picked things up in terms of their soccer program as well. Great block inside, and Josh Toth illustrating some of his basketball savvy. Looking inside, and again, the red team here, we've got ourselves a ball game, 20-17, the red team on top. Inside look, great little look, and an easy lay in there for J.R. Tolbert. Tolbert out of Delsea High School. I heard Tolbert talking before the game a little bit about some of the great football talent they have over at Delsea. Some Division I prospects, and Darnell Eli is listed on the program here. I don't think Eli has checked in if he's in uniform team. Knocked away, stolen here, breakaway layup and in. Gus Rivera.
Rivera just extending those long arms. Good breakup, put himself in the position to get the easy breakaway layup.
Rivera with 5, and now stolen away once again by the American Division. Pull-up jump shot, swatted away. Phil Foster with the block, and here's that block earlier from our glass cam. Now that was the lay-in, actually.
Can't go wrong with glass cam.
No. Just need a Windex sponsor there. Knocked away by Painter, and Matt Colquitt gets it back. Long shot forced, and that was a bad series by J.R. Tolbert.
Well, Delsea's known for its football program. I guess he figured he wants to show Sal what he missed on the football field this year.
Sounds good to me. 7:35 left in the half. 24-17, the red team opening things up a little bit here. Drive inside, knocked away, and the ball will remain here with the blue squad or the National Division. There's Painter. Painter, very adept with both hands.
Yeah, he's a real nice player, and if he goes to Rowan, the Profs will really have themselves a guy who's a complete player, can do it inside, outside. See him go up and sky for the rebound there.
Painter has the ball knocked away, and on the doorstep, Josh Toth able to lay in an easy bucket. Doesn't get much easier than that. 26-17, 9-point edge now for the American Division. Rims in and out, rebound here, and it's Toth once again. He's been all over the floor in this second quarter. Pull-up jump shot knocked away, Phil Foster. Now Painter feeds Foster. Foster having a tough time grasping it. And he will switch things up top. Long three-point shot, nothing but rim.
Gateway's Foster's kind of like Paulsboro's George Davis, a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of credit that should get a lot of credit. Foster plays excellent defense, one of the best defenders that I've seen this year.
Jump shot is good, so Isaiah Moody breaks that long drought. 26-19 now with 6:05 left. Inside feed, turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound, Painter. So they will try to whittle away that lead. Painter up top. Long three-point shot, launched and rebounded here by Matt Colquitt. Again, three-point shot. Saved nicely by Foster. As you mentioned, he does all the little things. Painter looking to go schoolyard, kicks it up top. Phil Foster for three, rims out, rebound. Robinson kicks it out once again, three-point shot, good.
Nice stick there by Dustin Land from Washington Township, 5'11" guard. Gets a good open look and drills it to pull his team back within 4.
Five minutes remaining. And looking to feed it inside. A little sloppy here, and Dustin Land will push it up. Feed to Marquis Robinson, laid up and in. And a timeout is called. 4:51 left. Blue team on top, 26-24. And let's throw it over to Mike Shute. He's with former Speaker of the House, Jack Collins.
Okay, we're here courtside with Jack Collins. Jack, of course, well known throughout Gloucester County for a lot of reasons, but tonight, I guess we could talk a little bit about your son, Shawn. He's had a great year coaching Shallock High School. He's here tonight, head coach for one of the teams this evening. Was Shawn around you a lot while you were coaching, and was it kind of, did he pick up some things from you?
Well, he wasn't even born when I was coaching. But, of course, basketball has always been an integral part of our household and family. And, of course, he played at Shallock and then at Monmouth. And we spent a lot of time talking about basketball. But he did an outstanding job this year. Excuse the fatherly pride. He just really brought the team together. He had some good kids and a great player in Paul Gauze. And it was a good year.
And he's got Paul coming back next year and a year after that as well. So he's got a lot of good things to look forward to there.
They have some young players that will be coming back. And we hope that we can continue to have success.
And Jack Collins, of course, also a member of the Rowan University Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame. I know they're having a dinner coming up again pretty soon. They're going to be inducting a few new members.
One of my players, John Blazek, who was a great player, scored over 1,000 points, had over 1,000 rebounds, and some other worthy people.
So it'll be a good night there at Rowan University. Thank you, Mr. Collins, for stopping by and paying us a visit. Back to you guys courtside.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Jack Collins, many people believe, Shawn, that had he run for governor, he would have been our next governor. And he decided to bow out. Had an opportunity to talk to him before the game. He said, I don't miss it a bit. We talked about watching Governor McGreevey up by the Port Authority in New York, freezing cold weather, talking about containers. He said, I was at home on my couch and said, boy, I don't miss it a bit. Just sitting here, couch potato. I said, he, of course, was a professor for a long time at Rowan, was a teacher prior to that. I asked him if he was going to get back into teaching. He said, nope, happy.
He's going to watch Paul Gauze for the next 2 years over at Shallock, watch his son coach, watch that young man play ball. And why would you go back into politics when you can watch local high school basketball, kick back? Yeah, but that's a hard, talk about, sometimes our job, it's a thankless job when sometimes you work in the media and in the paper and stuff like that. In politics, those people are really just ripped constantly. It's a thankless job, and no people really, although people give you a lot of respect, and they come up and talk to you, they're constantly getting barraged with complaints and people really not liking the job you're doing. So, and most of them are good. People always think they're crooks. I got to know some of them just through this working here at Comcast. A lot of them are good people. Just, people just don't like decisions they make.
Right,
see the foul right here.
See the foul here. You're talking about that, and Jack Collins is just so charismatic and gave for such a long time. But there's probably nothing, he's so humble, there's probably nothing he's more proud of than watching his son do a fine job over at Shallock. Despite all of his achievements, Mike Shute talked about him being a member of the Rowan Hall of Fame. Of course, he was Speaker of the House in the state of New Jersey. He was a fine player during his time, and he's done so many things. But as a father, probably so excited to watch his son and really turn the Shallock program around.
Yeah, he's probably enjoying that. It's especially being the dad, to see your son succeed the way Shawn's done at such an early age over at Shallock. And that's a growing school. Look what they were able to do on the football field with getting back to the playoffs, the soccer. They've state champions. Then they get to play in the state finals for basketball. And this school was really not had, except for soccer and a couple other minor sports, had a lot of success. And this year they've really achieved just tremendous stardom.
Well, laying it up and in is Dave Darby for Washington Township, and all of a sudden the National Division blue team has made themselves quite a run here. Alley-oop and unable to convert. National Division on top, 29-28. They've taken the lead. Here's Lind with the drive, reverse layup and in. Nicely done by Mike Lind. He has 4 on the evening, and now the blue squad on top by 3. Long three-point shot. It's getting ugly. Now again, the red team able to steal things away, and they will try to pull things up. Laid up and in. Nice drive by Isaiah Moody.
Yeah, Moody, they give him the open lane, and Moody just takes it right in there.
Moody with 9. Lind follows his shot, and it looks like we're going to have a foul committed here.
I'm not sure who the foul's on.
Fouls on Isaiah Moody.
Yep, foul's on Isaiah Moody. That's going to be his second.
Well, we watch this game, and again, it gets to be a little bit helter-skelter. And if there's any question about what coaches do, you've seen it thus far. You know, typically players a lot of times take that ill-advised shot, launching 20, 25-foot shots, as opposed to trying to generate the basketball and move the basketball. Again, a little bit of showtime here, and trying to penetrate inside is Jared Behringer.
And these guys are trying to go back at each other. Jeff Campbell and Jared Behringer, both of them been able to come up with the play they wanted. Behringer, a little bit of showtime. And Campbell wanted the alley-oop.
Turnaround layup followed inside by the Reds' Keith Heimer.
And I'm going to guess that Keith Heimer's cheering section is sitting right behind us.
Yeah. If not, then I don't know. I'm flabbergasted. Laid up and in. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's Keith's cheering section. 4 points for Heimerl, 34-31. And in spite of the helter-skelter play, Shawn, it's been very tight throughout.
Yeah, it has been pretty tight throughout. Both teams are firing from 3 points and missing, hitting a couple of jumpers, a couple layups. But
well, some good work inside by Mike Quinones. He follows up with the 2.
Yeah, he's a point guard out of Deptford High School and played under Billy Hoskins. Billy Hoskins, one of the assistant coaches here for the red squad, or excuse me, for the blue squad, joined by Kevin Mullen from Gateway and Mike Ricci.
And follow up again, and it's Keith Heimer.
And you could hear, they said unstoppable on fire.
6 quick points. Heimerl again with the rebound. Now on the penetration, alley-oop, and unable to convert, followed up. Heimerl knocked away by his own teammate. Otherwise, I think his cheering section would have went nuts. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound inside, and that'll do it for the half. Well, it's been an exciting first half, and we will head to break with the American Division on top, 36-33. Stick around. We'll have the 3-point shooting contest with you with our own Mike Shute right after this.
Your programs. Gloucester County Community Against Tobacco Coalition needs you to support our efforts. Make sure to check out the tables in the lobby and have our information and sign up to the corner. Coalition or become an active member.
Welcome back to halftime. American Division on top, 36-33. We're about to begin our 3-point shooting contest. Our own Mike Shute will have the 3-point shooting contest for you momentarily. And of course, he will have our participants. Why don't we throw it out to the floor with our own Mike Shute.
Courtside with Dave Darby. We're watching your opponent tonight in three-point shootout, Gus Rivera. He's knocked down 3 already as we have 35 seconds left to go. Dave, I know you were on the court at the end of the halftime. Are you tired? You worn out a little bit heading into the shootout?
Yeah, my legs are a little tired.
Yeah, because I know Gus was on the bench there at the end of the first half, so maybe he's got a little edge, you think?
Yeah, he got a little edge. I was lifting weights this week, so that's my excuse if I lose. But.
Dave, you did hit 11 out of 19 in the first round, so that's a pretty impressive number. Gus over here has had 9 out of 18 in the first round.
That's a little advantage for me coming in, having hit 11, but it's also got a little something for him because he didn't hit 11 in the first. He's just trying to prove that he can shoot.
Gus knocked down 8, I think, there in the first round. So, Dave, your turn. Good luck, buddy. We're going to see if we can track down Gus now. See if we can get him over here. Dave Darby's going to be shooting now. 45 seconds in the three-point shootout. And if we can get Gus. Gus, come on over this way as we watch. You got 8? It's not bad, Gus. It's not bad at all.
It's bad, but I tried, though.
Now, do you think you had a little advantage? I was talking to Dave. Dave was on the court at the end of the first half. You were on the bench. So do you think you got a little bit of advantage because you were resting?
Yeah, a little bit, but, I mean, I don't know. I'm so into this. It's a great game. It's good. It's nice.
How tiring is it for you to shoot three-pointers for 45 seconds?
Oh, it's tiring, but I hit them on All-Star practice, and it looks like I'm about to grab the crown, baby. I'm about to grab the crown.
He has 4 now with 17 seconds left.
Yes. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Looks like Gus Rivera's going to win. Gus, stick around, Gus. He's got 6 with 3 seconds left. I don't think he's going to do it, Gus. Gus, come on back, Gus. Tell us how you feel. How you feel?
I feel great.
Now, has this been your specialty this season, shooting three-pointers down at West Deptford?
My coach right up there. My coach right up there. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Congratulations, Gus. Congratulations. Gus Rivera, a happy young man here winning the three-point contest. It's fun to shoot three-pointers. Back to you guys.
Well, I tell you, you can't get any more enthusiastic than that. It's great to see, isn't it?
It was excellent. Yeah, he had a good time with it. That's the most. My kid didn't even get excited. He opened his birthday presents with Bob the Builder. He didn't even get that excited. That's fun to see them two guys. They were going at it a little bit, and Gus Rivera comes out with the title. I'm glad he won too, because I think even Dave Darby's got to be pretty happy, because I don't think he could have been that excited. Gus was pretty pumped.
Well, there you see. You get a good look at him, and obviously he's not too excited to come up on the short end. But you know, Gus Rivera obviously real excited. And again, that's what high school sports is all about, the opportunity to showcase your talents. And we saw that Gus Rivera enjoying the fruits of his labor, so to speak. So why don't we throw it to break? We'll have some second half action of this Gloucester County area basketball all-star game for you right after this.
The number for the F23 player is 099. 099.
Welcome back. We start the third quarter with the blue team on offense, and a foul committed here as little Chris Troutman trying to penetrate gets fouled, and it is not a shooting foul. 36-33, the red team on top, and the red team will rebound, and that's Shawn McQuaid, Clearview product, playing on his home floor for the last time in his high school career. Rebounded here, turnaround shot, won't fall. And the blue squad, smart play there by Marquis Robinson.
Marquis Robinson, also a standout in football. Had a nice season with the Bulldogs. Played in one of the more memorable games that we've had here in recent years with Gloucester and Gloucester. That was one of the best games I've been to.
Good look inside. Troutman finds his man, and with the right hand, Tony Brazil from Cumberland with his 4th point of the night. 36-35.
Big size advantage with Toth on Troutman.
Of course, a lot of these players, Shawn, have yet to commit collegiately. And this is an opportunity for them to showcase their talents if they have a nice game. Of course, get a hold of this game via a tape and send it out. And
right.
Probably have some college coaches on hand tonight.
Well, this is a good barometer because really they're just chucking and firing it up. This is a good barometer if this was these kids are playing for real, because you're playing against some of the best competition in the county, and coaches like to look for that.
Well, Tony Brazil now heating things up. 5 points this quarter, 7 on the night. Penetration, good look inside, easy lay-in for Matt Colquitt. Colquitt out of Kingsway. We're tied at 38. Robinson, three-point shot, finds nothing but air. Here's the red squad. And Colquitt handling the duties with the basketball. Looking to penetrate inside, a hop jump shot, nothing doing for J.R. Tolbert. Here comes Troutman. And we have a walk.
How you gonna play him like that? He's putting on the show.
Well, Troutman's out there, he's having a good time.
Getting on the ref a little bit, but you got to make sure you dribble when you jump down and come down on your 2 feet. Troutman, he walked.
Here comes Troutman again, so quick, good look inside outlet pass finds Tony Brazil. Brazil, red hot.
There he is here on the early going, hit that triple and had a couple nice easy baskets.
Another fine pass, penetration, Colquitt rims out, followed up and in for the red team's Brian Wazalewski out of West Deptford.
And West Deptford, they had hopes playing in that Colonial Conference, a tough conference, of making the playoffs again this year.
Look at that move by Troutman. Troutman's having himself a good time out here.
It's a good little move from Troutman. I don't know if we got it, but
reverse layup, no doing there. Rebound, Tolbert. Tolbert looking for penetration, lays it up, he's fouled. Let's take a look at this Troutman move. He's working up against Josh Toth. Behind Toth, continues with it and looks to penetrate.
Good move by the little man, 5'6". Chris Troutman out of Washington Township.
This is one of the things, though, that coaches always bemoan, because you have these tapes that come out where players do moves like that, and then coaches see that, and the kids try to do that out on the floor, and they get away from the team aspect. And it's, they kind of call it the ESPN effect. Everybody wants to hit home runs. Everybody wants to slam dunk. No one wants to get into the fundamental aspects, because that's all you see is the highlights.
Yeah, good point. No, but I think what the bad thing about it is I don't think the kids really try into the game, but they practice it enough, and it takes away practice from other things that they're doing.
Right, exactly. 41-40 here. Red team on top by 1. 6:38 left in the third quarter.
I remember when I was growing up, playing youth basketball, and things that I do was just go around the horn and try to hit as many threes and outside shots as I could. Now
Troutman
these kids play a little bit different.
Outlet, and again a little showtime here for Tony Brazil. He has 9.
He did the old underneath the leg layup. Something a young Shawn Leary wouldn't have tried.
Yeah. McQuaid hits another 2, gets the shooter's roll. He has 6. Here's Troutman. Troutman, oh so quick, pull up, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Colquitt.
Yeah, but you know what? You're here in an all-star setting. The fans are coming out. This is kind of what they want to see, a little bit of showtime, having some fun, making a few moves. So, this is the time to do it.
Troutman feeds Robinson for 3 and rims out. 43-42, red squad on top. Here's Tolbert. Looking to penetrate, does, lays it up and in. Tolbert with 6. Troutman just so quick. Kind of mesmerizes you with that dribbling. Lulls you to sleep as a defender. Behind the back pass stolen by Robinson. And foul committed here. And that'll be against Tolbert.
Looks like I think we're going to get the under 5-minute timeout.
4:48 left here in this third quarter. Red team on top 45-42. The red team known as the American division in this one. And with this break, we'll throw it over to our partner, Mike Shute.
Thanks. We're back here courtside. I'm with Tony Muir. Tony represents the Gloucester County Communities Against Tobacco Coalition. Tony, tell us a little bit about the organization, what really your main goals are.
Thanks, Mike. Our main goals right now are to prevent the initiation of tobacco use by youth, to reduce the incidence of ETS or environmental tobacco smoke, to promote quitting among adults and among youth, and we have lots of resources that we refer to people when we're trying to help them quit, and to reach underserved populations and empower them, populations that are being targeted by the tobacco industry.
I know tonight your organization is the title sponsor for all this, both the girls' game and the boys' game, so it's kind of a big deal for you guys. You provided the warm-up suits for all the kids as well as yourself there. You know, how important do you think is this organization really aimed especially at the youth of today, really, and trying to help them lead a healthy lifestyle?
That's definitely what we're trying to do. We're trying to promote all the things in Gloucester County that are healthy, that are tobacco-free, smoke-free. We're trying to empower youth, especially in the girls' game, because youth, young girls and women are so impacted by the tobacco companies, and they're targeted by them. And youth in general, for years you've had Marlboro and Winston, Newport having these things, giving them out all the time, and you rarely see an organization for prevention doing this. So we thought we'd take the opportunity this year to be able to promote these kind of healthy lifestyles.
Now, is this the first year your organization's been involved with this All-Star game?
No, this is actually our third year of sponsoring the All-Star game.
Do you feel it's been an effective vehicle for you guys to get your message out?
I do. I think a lot of parents are coming back in. Some are new, but we certainly support the parents for all they've done, the coaches for the positive role modeling that they're giving to the children, teachers. A lot of our members represent all different walks of life. There's teachers, there's people from organizations, and then there's senior citizens, there's community members, and I just think it's important for all of us to get together and do a lot of different community partnerships.
And if anyone wants to get involved with the organization, is there a number they could call?
Sure, they can call 307-9950, extension 11, and that's for Gloucester County, but we also have Salem County and Cumberland County, and every county in the state has a Communities Against Tobacco Coalition. It's just that. It's a coalition of people helping people and getting out there and getting the word across for good, positive role modeling.
Great. Thanks a lot, Tony. We'll send it back to the guys courtside.
Thank you, Michael. 48-44 here. The blue squad trailing once again. And Painter working inside. Turnaround jump shot. Fine follow there. Tipped away. Good effort by Jared Behringer. Ball will stay with the blue with 2:54 left. It's been a tight one all evening. Pull-up jump shot short. Rebound. Again, jump shot. And a foul committed here. And that'll be Dan Lease from Pittman, who will head to the free throw line.
The last 4 or 5 minutes of this game might be pretty exciting because these two teams look like it's going to be pretty close. Let's hope it's overtime.
And Lease from Pittman, shooting 2.
And you see the Pittman product missing on the first 6'3" forward. And he misses both. Here comes the red, quickly stolen away. Darby out on the break. Darby lays it up and in.
Nice pick by Darby. Looked like Gus Rivera was trying to set something up, and Darby just comes over and takes it from him.
Gus Rivera from way out hits the three. He has 3 threes on the evening and 11 points. Not to mention the three-point crown. 51-46, penetration inside knocked away. And the blue team, the national division, will turn that over.
American division right now is a pretty big lineup out there with Green, Heimerl, and Rivera.
Heimerl misses the 12-footer. Again, Rivera for three. It's good.
Rivera likes the cameras on him. He likes to pose a little bit.
14 points for Gus Rivera, courtesy of 4 3-point shots and 1 deuce. 3-point shot, nothing but net. And now they're saying that's a 2 for Joe Painter. Painter with 7. Ball turned over here, 54-58, a minute 24 left.
I don't know if you mentioned this already, but Billy McMacken and Robbie Polk from Woodstown, they weren't able to attend today's game. I think they're on their senior trip.
Painter again for 3. So Jeff Painter answering Gus Rivera. It's 54-51. Here's Rivera now. Rivera will look to penetrate. Pulls up, 3-point shot, short. Rebound out, and the blue team with a 3-pointer can tie things here with just under a minute to play. Painter, pull-up shot is short. Rebound inside, it's Foster. Knocked away, and here comes the red team. Nice little pass inside, slam is missed. Rebounded by Darby. Darby all by himself. He will lay it up, and I'm not sure what you call that, Shawn, but I guess you call it a basket.
I guess you call it a basket. I don't know if he's allowed to hang on the rim like that.
That's a combination layup and dunk.
Yeah,
first you lay it up, then you dunk without the basket, and then the ball goes in afterwards. You see that with Nerf basketball quite a bit. Penetration inside now with 15 seconds. It's a 1-point game. Behringer will look to save it. He does. Pulls up now, 9 seconds. Up top, Foster feeds Darby for 3. Darby, good. Darby, 11 points, long shot, and with that Darby 3-point shot, the blue team takes the lead. We've got a good one here, and the National Division on top by 2 as we head to break. Stick around for an exciting 4th quarter.
If your name is called, we'll go to the lobby and pick up your prize. First prize is Gary Zane from Deptford.
Welcome back to Clearview High School. Rob Christ along with Shawn Leary. Exciting basketball action. The national team, the blue squad, on top of the American 56-54. This is the first time at the break the blue team has taken the edge, and now this exciting 4th quarter, and it'll go down to the wire. This is a game that has not seen a lead of bigger than 6 points, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it hasn't. And both teams have basically been sticking with each other. And when a team kind of goes up a little bit, they start to showtime it, and then the other team comes back, and that's what we got. I guess it's been a pretty entertaining game. A couple of highlight reel plays by a couple of the guys. Some nice plays out there, of course. Then you have guys like Phil Foster, who just plays basketball. And it's just fun to see guys like that again in this game. Those are my guys. The Phil Fosters, the George Davises, do all the dirty work, get the rebounds.
You need them. They're the lunch pail crowd.
Guys that don't get their names in the headlines too much, but they love the game and they play it right.
Stolen away here. Out on the break, laid up, and in. I don't know, could have had a goaltend, offensive goaltend there as Robinson hung on the basket, but nothing called. And instead, Tony Brazil now adds to his total. He has 13.
Jags to get called for that all the time.
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
One of the rules that I just could never overcome.
Yeah. So you had to hang up the sneaks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shawn Skywalker Leary.
There's the call me.
First shot here from Colquitt.
Now they just call me Yoda.
Yoda.
Little too old, little too small.
Kind of cute and cuddly though.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know. We should have an instant viewer poll on that. What do you think?
Vote yes. They call it. Oh!
Nice follow there by the Red Squad's Josh Toth. He has 6, and we have a ball game. Blue team by 1. Robinson penetration inside. Good.
Nice move by him.
Marquis. 60-57. Knocked away again. Some good defense here. Back to Robinson. Robinson pulls up and short. Gets his own rebound now. Move the basketball. Lind up top. Quinones rims in and out. Tipped up. Nothing but red players. They have an opportunity to tie with a 3-point shot, and it's going to be Colquitt who brings it across the timeline. Colquitt up top, looking for teammates. Finds one in Tony Brazil. Long 3-point shot launched by Brazil. Rebound inside. Lay it up in it. Good work there by Brian Wazalewski. Off of the shot from Isaiah Moody. I mentioned Brazil. It was actually Moody. Here's Lynn. Penetration. He's fouled. They'll head to the free throw line for 2. Lynn 2 for 4 on the evening from the free stripe.
See, Moody's on the American squad, which is the red team, but if he was on the blue team, he'd be Moody Blues.
Mike Lynn on the line shooting 2.
See, we rolled out the Trout joke earlier. Now the Moody Blues.
Both of them equally as lame. Trying to think of something to cope with.
I'll be here waiting. 61-59. Ribs out. Oh boy. Penetration, pull-up jump shot, no good. And here comes the red team. They have an opportunity to tie here.
See, this is our opportunity too. They pull out their bag of tricks during the game. This is like the announcers'
What
bag
you're
of
saying,
tricks.
this is our best material? Is that what you're saying?
Stuff I've been working on all year.
In this case, I think you need a little bit more free time. 7:22, 61-59, another turnover.
Hey, we haven't talked too much about them, but there's some good coaches on that the opposite side of us. We've got Billy Hoskins, Kevin Mullen, and Mike Ricci, who enjoyed pretty decent seasons. And Shawn Collins, Tom Torillo, Gloucester had a pretty outstanding year. Losing to Shalleck, a heartbreaking loss to Shalleck in the semifinals of Group 1. And Rocco Samson from Wildwood.
Ball tipped away, kind of interesting on that blue squad. He got 3 coaches and 2 of them won't be back next year. You got Ricci and Mullen. Mullen has already resigned after an interesting season at Gateway. And then you have Ricci, who said that he's going to bow out after the season at Paulsboro. He'd like to coach maybe at a Group 3 or a Group 4 school, maybe test the waters there. And of course, Hoskins, who is the dean of coaches on that bench, has been around for a long time. We're tied at 61. Lind hits.
That's good by Mike Lind.
Second field goal for Lind, 7 points on the night, 2-point edge. And ball knocked away inside now. The red team with the bank and good. Josh Toth adds 2. And we're tied at 63.
Marquis Robinson is first.
As we head to the free throw line, Josh Toth can put his team ahead, unable to do so, tipped away. And while we're in action, we have a special guest over with our own Mike Shute.
Courtside with George Davis. George, of course, not playing in the game because tomorrow you guys have the big one, state final game for the Group 1 championship. Tell me about your team's thought process as you guys are heading into tomorrow's big game.
We're real eager to get in there. We've been excited about it all year. Since the beginning of the season, everybody's been saying that it's going to be us and Bloomsville Tech in the Group 1 championship. We're just ready to get in there and play the game, and hopefully we come out with the win.
Now, I know your coach, it's been in the news lately that he's resigning at the end of the season. He's going to move on. Does that have any mental effect on you guys coming into this game one way or the other? How do you guys feel about it?
Now, we joked around a little bit on him because, we waited to get to this position for my whole 4 years as a starter. And I think it's good for him to go out on top. You know what I mean? He's had a good career with us at least. 96, he won his championship. I think he's had a good career, and if he were to call it quits, I think now would be a good time to do it.
But you want to get one more win for him first.
Definitely.
Thanks a lot, George Davis. Also was the player of the week this week in the Courier Post. Thanks a lot, George.
Well, the red team, as you see, battling from behind. They trail by 2. Of course, Davis tomorrow night. Fantastic finish for this Paulsboro team. They're hoping to take another state crown, and I think that they would like to have more than one more win. Of course, they win that state championship, they head on to the Tournament of Champions. And you know, it's always interesting because you know, you think of the movie Hoosiers, Shawn, where you had the small school that went up and took it to the big school, and that's what the Tournament of Champions provides, the opportunity for a Group 1 school to showcase their skills and illustrate that they can compete against the big boys. Before we talk about that, let's head back to Mike Shute. He has another special guest.
Back here courtside, we're with Amy Ardito and a friend of Amy's. You can tell us about her, but Amy's part of an organization called Rebel here in Gloucester County. And Amy, tell us a little bit about what that program's all about, or what that organization's all about.
Well, Rebel stands for Reaching Everyone by Exposing Lies. It's a youth-led, youth-created anti-tobacco movement for the whole state of New Jersey. Every county has a chapter of it, and we have students like Allie Kamen from Williamstown High School that represent our county. They're the Youth Advisory Board, and they basically make all the planning, make all the decisions. They do all the different program creations for it. Allie, if you want to add anything about Rebel, since she's our president.
Amy, first tell me, so the organization is run by youth, and it's run by, I guess, mostly high school kids, but it's also to get high school kids involved as well?
It's to get high school kids involved. It's basically a message saying that we don't want our kids to be manipulated by the tobacco companies, that it's not cool to smoke.
Yeah.
And
we're definitely not against smokers. We're more against the tobacco companies and the lies that they're trying to tell us. They're trying to tell us that smoking's okay when it's really not. And then we should be the ones who we're the ones acting out against the tobacco companies, and they don't like that.
Allie, tell us a little bit. I mean, you're a high school student, obviously. She said at Williamstown High School. What kind of pressures face, high school kids? I mean, a lot of kids going around smoking. A lot of kids do a lot of things that maybe you don't want to participate in. How hard is it for a high school student these days with all these pressures?
It's hard. I mean, myself, a lot of people know I'm a big, anti-tobacco, person, and I don't like smoking, and they know not to bother me about it, but I do have friends that do smoke, and I try telling them, listen, what you're doing to your body is killing you. You're gonna die by, middle age, 40s, 50s, if you continue to smoke. It's not right. And other kids just give into peer pressure. I mean, today I was told I give into peer pressure, and I just kind of got, pissed off about that, because I really don't. I know what's right and what's wrong, and I think other kids should know what's right and what's wrong.
Do you guys feel that, a vehicle like this, an all-star game, basketball game, where there's a lot of kids involved, is a good way to get your message out?
Most definitely. I would agree, yeah.
I was going to say, it definitely is, especially when we have other youth approaching them and telling them, sign our Declaration of Independence board that says that that you're tobacco-free. This is what we're doing. We're having fun, and to show them what we're doing rather than just to tell them. They're actually out here doing it. So
good luck with your message and continue to do your good work. Thank you very much. Back to you guys courtside.
Well, as you've seen, we've had quite a bit of offense in these last minutes, and it's a 75-69 game. The blue team is on top. And with 3:31 left, the red squad will try to whittle down this lead, and John Green, who added his first field goal earlier, will head to the free throw line. He'll hit the first.
John John Green, 6'4" forward out of Wildwood High School. Big time player. Down by the shore, who, as I said, taking a look at Rowan.
Here's Robinson, pull-up jump shot. No good, tipped up. Nice follow there. And the blue team still with the 6-point edge. Nice job by Jared Behringer. Inside, Green working hard, and he'll head to the free throw line again.
Fouls on Jared Behringer, his second, team 6.
You get a good look at John Green.
John Green, big player, but he's got a baby face, doesn't he?
He'll be carded when he's 50.
Say nothing bad about him. This Green's sitting right here to our left.
And I thought that was part of the Keith Heimerl rooting squad. Wow! Troutman goes inside, and that gets knocked off the wall.
Yeah, Green, a real nice player in the Tri-County Conference. This is the first year that Wildwood participated in the Tri-County Conference, and I'd say that's just a tough ride for Wildwood. You think about, you know, if you're a Tri-County school or Gloucester County school, think about Wildwood. How many times they had to travel up to Gloucester County. That's got to be tiring for the kids as well as the coaches and everybody involved.
That, of course, is a difficult decision for the athletic director because, on the one hand, you're making it difficult for your teams to be successful because of that far ride, but conversely, when you're playing the big teams down in the shore conference, you really have no opportunity. So I think they did the right thing by coming into the Tri-County Conference.
Yeah, obviously Wildwood's the team now that can compete in the Tri-County Conference. You're right. It's just such a tough ride, especially you're talking about a baseball game that might last 2.5, 3 hours, and then you got that long ride. When are you going to be able to do your home?
The game will have a presentation of certificates, brief presentation.
2:15 left, 80-74 inside. The paint tipped away. Troutman watches it go back to Rivera, who's short. Rebound, Troutman. Troutman gets by Rivera, looks to penetrate inside. He's fouled, and it won't go. You see some of the explosiveness of that little guy, Chris Troutman.
His shorts almost come to the floor. They look like pants. But he's a heck of a player. He's really come out and dazzled the crowd with his dribbling ability, but Rob, you're right, he's explosive. He'll take it to the hoop on you without question and be able to slide one of those layups underneath.
You know, it's always exciting to watch one of these guys who is undersized. We've seen it before, Gary Grant in the NBA, Muggsy Bogues and so on. But typically they have that explosive speed, that first step that's devastating. And, you know, they're able to be successful amongst the trees, which is always interesting to watch. Well, looking to go inside for the slam, but unable to convert is big John Green. He's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Sounds like Jared Behringer is third.
Here you see Green coming right at you. Goes up, and the big fella just denied as Dave Darby comes over. Fouls him. A minute 52 now, and a 7-point lead.
A great look from our camera position there. Green now 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and if he can convert this, it'll be a 5-point game.
Trying to trim that lead down a little bit, get it to 5. Still plenty of time with a minute 52 left.
So Green with 7, 5 of those from the free throw line. 1 minute 50 left. Troutman, turnaround jump shot, good. Troutman with 7. Here's Rivera, pull up jump shot for 3, no good. Inside, easy lay-in. And that's Jeff Campbell out of Overbrook. He has 6. Troutman for 3, rainbow good.
I'm going to one-on-one going with Gus Rivera and Troutman. You know Gus Rivera is going to.
Gus Rivera, and he's fouled. Well, we talked about that. A little showtime there, and you saw the vantage point of the basket. As the basket continuing to shake after that foul inside. Sweet little move from Gus Rivera. And as you mentioned, a little bit of showtime. Rivera hits his first point of the night from the free throw stripe. 86-79, make it 86-80. And now stolen away by Green, but a whistle blows, and I believe we had a timeout. That's about what this is about what it entails to coach one of these all-star games, I think. You decide who goes in when, and when to call the timeouts. Other than that, you just let them play.
That's why they got
throw them out there like electric football.
You know, next year we ought to see if we can coach.
I like that.
You coach one team, I'll coach the other.
I like my chances.
Give me, I'll coach you any day of the week.
You know, you as Shawn Skywalker Leary, you may have had your days before, but I tell you what, I'm going to put up the X's and O's.
In this gymnasium, I coached the 8th grade intramural team to the championship with Pat Carroll hitting the threes from the outside. Don't tell me I can't coach.
Pat Carroll.
Wasn't even this gym. Yeah, different Pat Carroll.
I was going to say, if you had him on a team, it certainly wasn't coaching. 58 seconds left, 86-80. Here's Troutman working against Rivera. Troutman looking to penetrate, kicks it outside, inside drive, good.
Good move by Garvey to go underneath.
And that's what Troutman does. He kind of lulls you to sleep, hypnotizes you, dishes, and then Garvey does gets the props. There's Rivera, penetration inside, laid up in. Gus Rivera adding to his total. 28 seconds left, it's a 6-point game.
Hey, you probably see Gus Rivera play somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of them guys that ends up in the Camden County or Gloucester County, someplace around home.
15 seconds left. Troutman content to eat up this clock. Now 9 seconds. Troutman pull up jump shot, no good. Rebound, tipped out by the Red Squad. 1 second left, and that will do it. The blue team is victorious. The final score 88-82, as the blue team able to come from behind in this one. And Shawn, it was a pleasure to watch the senior talent from our Gloucester County area.
Yeah, and they had some fun. And you know, again, it's not real basketball. It's not guys really setting the picks and running the offense. But they had some fun out there, and I think fans enjoyed it. I know we enjoyed it. And, you know, it's always good to work an all-star game because you get to see some of that local talent. This is the last time that some of them will ever play basketball again. Some of them may not play, you know, legitimate organized basketball in college. They may play, you know, a little bit of summer league and, you know, some pickup games in an organized league. But some of them, they might be done.
Well, we talked before. You have Justin Shipley, who talked a little bit about perhaps going on and playing his basketball over at Felician College or maybe even at Stockton College. And, of course, Jeff Painter may be headed on to Rowan. So, as you mentioned, a lot of these players we'll see, and we'll watch them in the Gloucester County Times and check out how they're progressing collegiately.
Yeah, well, we should have all the signings. But when you look at guys like George Davis, who wasn't able to play in this game, and Jeff Painter and some local guys that are maybe sticking around playing at Rowan, the prospects are pretty good for that. You know, sometimes Rowan and the local colleges, you know, Gloucester County College, they haven't really gone after the local talent. But you see that this county has some good local talent, and it's going to probably culminate into some of these guys going on to play at those local schools. Gloucester County draws a lot from out of the area. Rowan draws a lot from out of the area. Now, it seems like especially Rowan in baseball with Irv McFarland, Rucci, Schwartz, all guys that are coming in, staying at home, you might see that now in basketball.
No doubt about that. Always a pleasure to bring you this talent. For my partner, Shawn Leary, our own Mike Shute, I'm Rob Christ. Thanks for joining us today. The final score, once again, the Blue Squad victorious. And by the score of 88-82. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a pleasant evening.